Hello, it's Monica, and it is time for day number 8 of hashtag Postmas 2024. In today's video, I'm going to show you how to create this snowflake panel with no cutting dice and hexagonal pop-up card. First, I've got 300 GSM white card, and I'm going to create a template using a compass and a ruler. So if you have it, you can create a snowflake in any size you want. I'm going to measure 2 1/4 of an inch, and that will be my radius for a snowflake. I'm going to make a cross first so I know where to put the sharp end, and then I'm going to draw a circle. And that will be the size for my snowflake for today's project. Now I'm going to mark a line, and using the same length, I'm going to create 6 marks, and that will be like precision 6-sided snowflake. Super cool, right? So that will be exactly the same length as the radius on the perimeter. Now I'm going to put those lines together, going through the central point. And when this is ready, we've got 6 equal pieces. How cool is that? Now I'm going to make it slightly smaller and create a circle. When this is done, then I'm going to create couple more circles, but also I'm going to create the middle line. So all I have to do now is to create lines at the top. So I'm putting my sharp end where the smaller circle meets the line. And then I'm going to create those 2 marks at the top. Don't worry if you don't have space like I don't have at the very top, because in the end you're going through the center point. And this way you're going to have a very straight line. So now I'm going to match them together using my pencil and a ruler. These lines I'm going to make slightly longer so I do have variation and it's easier to have a look how to create the snowflake. If you want, you can also use different colors to create that snowflake, and that will be so much easier to do. If you haven't seen my tutorial from last year where I show you how to create snowflake elements for window, have a look because there I create different snowflakes. The link is at the top right corner. Now I'm going to create some smaller circles, and it will be time to create all our geometrical patterns. So first, I'm going to create a line from the longest line, and it's going to be a little bit between the shorter one. I know it might not make sense here, but if you see it, it does. The trick here not to change the length of our compass here, because then every single thing is going to be equal. So as you can see, I'm going to get couple of those short marks, and then I'm going to create couple more on a different circle. And then we can actually create beautiful straight lines to create different snowflakes. If you haven't created your snowflake yet, that is the easiest way, at least for me. Now I'm going to repeat the same process on the smallest circle. As you can see, I changed the length so it is very narrow. But it will really make sense when we start putting all those marks together. So, when this is ready, as you can see, it looks like a hot mess, but do not worry. It will really look beautiful when we finish. So as you can see, I'm using the longest line first, and now it will be time to use a ruler. So I'm going to match my first marks from the second circle with the top line. And I'm going to attach it with the smaller circle. Obviously, you can change the length of those measurements. The choice is absolutely yours. The whole trick is to have 6 equal parts because every single snowflake has 6 elements, or at least 6 sides. So I really wanted to do it like in real life because I love snowflakes and every single one is different. So if yours looks different to mine, that is absolutely fine. And that's why I didn't give you proper measurements of those circles. Now I'm going to match it with the smaller line here with the second circle from the middle point. And this is really cool because as you can see, I already have a snowflake shape. How cool is that, right? And at this point, I thought something is missing. So I'm going to create an element inside of the bigger panels here. And to do it again, I'm going to use my compass and I'm going to create some smaller lines. But first, I'm going to create a circle that is slightly smaller than my second from the top. And now I'm going to measure it. It is like a little bit more narrow than the line we can see here. And I'm going to repeat the same length on each side. Then I'm going to mark it and actually use a ruler to match all those marks together. Super cool, right? And if you haven't heard about hashtag Postmas 2024, it is hosted by Katarina. Paper Mona also takes part in this collaboration, and every single day for 12 days, we're going to give you different inspiration for cards that can go flat in the envelopes. My card today is going to measure 6 by 6 inches. Of course, you can change the measurements of your snowflake and other panels as well to match the postage that is best for you. So when this is ready, then I'm going to put a cutting mat underneath and I'm going to use my craft knife to cut the excess off. And I always start with those slightly smaller elements because then later on it is so much easier to use your scissors. So be careful whenever you use a craft knife. I'm actually pretty good with it. And from time to time, I was checking if I cut the lines because I didn't really see them with my pencil. So don't think I'm going to cut myself. No, I was very, very careful. So when this is done, then I'm going to use scissors and cut the outside of the snowflake. And then you can keep it for different projects as well. To embellish your cards or maybe create a decoration for your room. And that will be super cool. All the information about hashtag Postmas 2024 is in the description down below. If you'd like to take part in our challenge, all you have to do is to create a card from one of our prompts, and today is hexagonal pop-up card, and put it on your social media with that hashtag Postmas 2024. Every single day is a different prompt, and if you haven't seen the video from yesterday, I created a card sketch. Really cool, especially for Christmas. And don't forget to check Monica's and Katerina's videos as well. And I left the links in the description down below. I can tell you that their videos are absolutely amazing for hexagonal pop-up card. And if you haven't created this fancy fold yet, I think it is really cool. Of course, if you have some snowflake cutting dice, they will be perfect for this card, and also any other nesting dice as well. And if you don't have die cutting machine, you can also create squares using your trimmer, and that will be perfectly fine for that panel that I'm doing now. So when this is ready, I'm going to keep my template. But using the leftover white card 300 GSM, I'm going to cut out my shape for the card because I really want that template to be in my stash. So now I'm going to do it. I need a pencil and then scissors. Super cool, right? As you can see, all the marks are here and it really looks like a proper snowflake. Do you like snowflakes? Do you like looking at them? To be honest, a couple of days ago it was snowing in Poland and I got so excited. However, it was a little bit too warm, so the snow melted straight away, which was a shame. But I'm still waiting for proper snow, and if you have a chance, have a look at the small snowflakes. Every single one is beautiful and totally different. So if you have a compass and pencil, and also scissors, you can create a snowflake in any shape you want with 6 sides, which I think is really cool. Now I'm going to repeat the process with my craft knife and a cutting mat. And again, please be careful whenever you use it. So when this is ready, then I'm going to create a card base. And today I decided to go with a color for my card base. Actually, Monica created a really cool fancy fold last time, and Katarina also used some beautiful design papers. So today I'm going to use a colored card to create my card base. As it is snowflake related, I'm going to use light blue color because I think for winter it is really cool, right? I also wonder how many Christmas cards have you created this year? Because this challenge is absolutely amazing. I'll get ready for the festive season with all those cards, which are super easy and cheap to post. As you can see, I'm going very slowly to cut out my shape with the scissors. And these scissors from Crafter's Companion are my totally go-to. If you do like this collaboration and challenge, you can also check our Buy Me a Coffee website. And there, I left free sentiments for you, both in English and Polish. Perfect for Christmas projects. So don't forget to check it out. I also left the link to my Gingerbread Christmas collection, where you can get beautiful design papers, and you will see one of them in a moment, but also elements to fussy cut, and these are just perfect for Christmas. It's all about gingerbread, and it actually has the blue color as well. So now I'm going to get rid of all the pencil marks using my eraser, and let's create the card base. I need a panel measuring 3 by 6.5 of an inch. I'm going to score it at 2, 4, and 6 inches. And I need one more panel like this. So this 3 inches by 6.5. I'm going to score it at 2 inches, 4 inches, and 6 inches. Now it will be time to fold and burnish those score lines and then put them together to create the card base. It doesn't look like a card yet, but trust me, it will be really cool card. And I also like to cut the excess of the flaps, so this way it's going to be professionally finished. And I do encourage you to do exactly the same. And to assemble all the elements, I'm going to use my liquid glue, one and only magic glue, because I do have time to maneuver the elements, which is really, really cool. Because sometimes we do make mistakes, and with the liquid glue, it is so much easier to fix. And when my card base is ready, then you have to decide how do you want to decorate your card. For this particular project, I decided to create 3 panels with the leftover white card from the Snowflake. So this way I'm going to have space to write the message. And from my Gingerbread Christmas collection, the snowflake pattern, I'm going to cut 3 panels as well to decorate the front of the card. And all of these measure 1 3/4 by 2 3/4 of an inch. Now it will be time to assemble all of them. As I told you, the 3 white ones are going on the back, so I can write the message here. And to be honest, there is plenty of space to write your message here, which I think is really cool. Now I'm going to turn it over and use my snowflake design paper with that lovely snowflake gingerbread. Now I'm going to place them at the front of the card, and then the last thing we have to do is to create a mechanism. And the width is actually your choice. Because I've got that snowflake, I had to make it slightly narrower. And this is really, really cool. However, if you use any nesting dice or your trimmer to create your panel, the mechanism can be slightly wider. So as you can see, it looks like a hexagon. I'm going to place my snowflake here, and let's create the mechanism using the light blue color. So I've got 1 1/4 by 11 inches. I don't really know how I put the scoring board here because you cannot really see the whole strip. So I'm going to score it at 3 inches, 5.5 of an inch, and 8 inches. If you want, you can make it slightly smaller, like if you create those snowflakes and then assemble it slightly lower. and no one will ever know and see the mechanism. So now when this is ready, I'm going to assemble it inside of my card base. I'm going to put the glue on the bottom element and I'm going to equally line it up. If you have a grid on your mat, that will definitely make a difference. I'm going to put the glue on the back flap and then adhere it inside. Super cool, right? If you've never ever created that pop-up card, it is super easy to create and so much fun. And you can decorate it the way you want, which I absolutely love. Now I'm going to cut the excess of the mechanism, but make sure you don't really cut it fully because we do need that fold so the card can move. As you can see, it is done. Now we can put that snowflake here. I'm going to lower it down a little bit so it will actually fit 6 by 6 inches envelope. So now I'm going to put it here and then you have to decide if you want to decorate it a little bit more. And to be honest, I decided to use one of the fussy cut elements from my Gingerbread Christmas collection because it does have a gingerbread snowflake and I thought that will be just perfect for this project. And I'm going to place it exactly in the middle and follow the shape of the snowflake I created. And the very last thing I have to do is to add a sentiment. And as I told you, I've got 3 sentiments for Christmas for you on Buy Me a Coffee website, both in Polish and English. So please check all the links in the description down below. And as I told you, Postmas 2024, it is hosted by Katerina. And tomorrow we're going to have a totally different prompt. So stay tuned for all that inspiration. When this is ready, I'm going to put the glue only on the middle part of my sentiment, so it only goes in the middle element here. Because if we place it on the left and right, then we cannot move our hexagonal pop-up Christmas card. And it is finished. What do you think about it? Do you like it? Would you like to create your own snowflake? Please let me know in the comments down below. So don't forget about our hashtag Postmas2024 hexagonal pop-up card. Thank you so much for watching and spending that time with me. Don't forget to like this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you're new. And stay tuned for more videos. Have a wonderful day and happy crafting. Bye for now.